Good
All
morning.
right.
No, welcome.
Good evening. Good morning. It's evening. It's evening here.
It's coffee weather here.
Yes.
It's the morning.
8:30.
Yeah, well, it's coffee here too, but that's yeah. All right.
How are you? It's great to meet you. My name's Duane.
I'm Paulie.
Hello, Duane.
Yeah,
Hello.
Hello.
we're just
Good to see
calling
you.
you from work. Yeah, this is Paulie's tattoo studio. So
Okay.
yeah, so
Cool.
And we have a record store at the front too, a small record store.
Fuck. Where are you located?
about an hour west of Sydney.
All right.
Yeah, so
Good.
if you're doing nothing, you want to go for a hike and you want to have a look at our records and maybe get a tattoo, you're more than welcome.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the offer. I already got the tattoo, so I'm probably gonna head down to Bondi Beach, Bondi Beach, if I got
It's
the
going to be
time.
hot when you get here, so that's what I would do too.
Because it's getting freezing here now. We're heading into the winter time here, so I'm super stoked to get down to some warmer weather. Also.
Yes.
Yeah, well, you're
Of course.
celebrating 40 years of Mayhem, and we're lucky
Yeah,
you're in the celebration here. So, yeah, and you're coming in our summer. You're a very lucky man, and we're very lucky to have you.
I'm very fucking stoked. Very stoked that you guys were able to bring us all the way down under for these 3 shows. It's a hell of a logistic thing to put together. It's a big production as well. So, and I'm amazed, every time I get there, I'm just like, fuck, to pull it off. Yeah. And now we're coming down under again for the 6th time, I think, altogether, since we came down first time 20 some years ago.
Yeah.
Six
Yeah.
times. But
I think so. It's the 5th or 6th time
I
we
thought it
are
was like
touring.
10th.
Yeah, we think it was like your 10th. We were trying to
10th or-
count them all.
We were trying to count them all, and there was
No,
like
well,
10
hell,
or 11 of it.
okay. Well, crazy to hear. I thought it was overwhelming that we were there already 5 times, but
Yes. It is
it's,
overwhelming.
but then again, over all these years, so
Yeah.
it's not like we come down under that often. So,
Do you remember
but
your?
I'm very happy to be down under again for sure.
Oh, we're happy to have you. I'm wondering what your first impressions were of Australia and how they've changed over time.
Uh, well, the first time we came down under was with Modern Invasion and Daniel Janelka from Melbourne. He set up some shows. That was in 2003, I think. Also, some part of the tour, we were traveling down the Gold Coast from Brisbane to Sydney with the car so we can get some of the scenery. We went through the Banana Coastline, and
Big
even
banana.
went to the Australian Zoo there
Oh, yeah.
back then. Yeah, like total touristic. But that was Daniel Janelka's way of doing tour managing. He also is a lover of food, and so he had these special places that he showed us restaurants, his favorite restaurants in different cities and stuff, and that's how it started for us to get the grasp of the country and what's good and stuff like that, and it's built over since. The Soundworks, Brad and Dyson took over after him, and has been doing us the last 15 years, I think.
Yeah.
And so, and I don't think it changed that much, actually. It's still the same. It's still the same old friends. I have pen pals from Brisbane area that are still coming down to our shows from the 80s, so the Opera House is still there. What can I say? Not much going on. don't think things have changed that much drastically. And the only thing that's changed is that we got more fans over the years. And we kept our old fans and we gained some new ones. And now we come down and we pack the houses and, So if anything, it changed into even from good to even better.
Yeah, well, that's great.
Do you think one
Yeah.
day maybe you could even play the Opera House? Because we've had
I mean,
we've had
do they have rock shows there, or do they have concerts there?
We do.
Opeth have just booked shows there for next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time for to
I
have.
mean, wait a minute. Yes. Okay. So never say never. I mean, we had brand new opera house here built in Norway. It was this prestige project, costed shitloads, and I know that Satyricon played there.
Yeah.
So I mean, anything goes these days. Never say never. Maybe on the 50-year anniversary, we'll
Yes.
play the opera house. That would be neat.
It would
Let's
be.
do that. That's a fucking good idea. Let's set it up. Start working against that now, and yeah.
We'll start
So,
campaigning on your behalf.
getting ready for the opera house already. Like, also, it's only 9 more years left, and then we'll do it.
Do it.
But like, not a joke. Actually, I think that could be happening. Actually,
I think it'd be unreal. Yeah.
why not?
It'd be an
If we come back for a 50-year anniversary,
yeah.
it would be only fitting, and maybe even if you look at music, in general, you have all kinds of music comes in, it's trendy, it gets big, and then disappears. This kind of metal music, extreme metal music, has had a rise since it came around in the early 80s, and it's still going up. It's still a steady climb, more festivals, more fans, more bands. It's still developing into different things that you would never think. Like, for example, when this band Shining came up with this black jazz album 10 years ago, it fucking... I thought it kind of stagnated a little bit, the extreme metal world, like everything was exploited. But that showed me that, no, there is still going on, and there's still, like, it's still people mixing in things like another guy, like, very surprising, guy called himself, fuck was it, Black Mace, something like that. Nah, never mind. It's still a developing, yeah.
I've been listening to the
So that's why, and therefore, it's alive still.
Yeah, I think
It's not just sentimental,
Yeah, I think so.
which is good also. Sentimental is also good.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan, I'm gonna say. When you were talking about the evolution of music, especially extreme music, I was always a big fan of heavy music. I'm just turned 50, so I'm quite old these days. But someone handed me a cassette with Freezing Moon on it, and I was getting quite like depressed with the way heavy music was going, and that changed my life. Like I just listened purely to the music. Not so I heard, and until later on, I got the whole Mayhem story and the all the controversy that surrounds it. But at the beginning, it was all about the music and how extreme and dark and beautiful it was. Do you find the story still overshadows your music now? Like the stuff you're putting out, some of the stuff you did, your Esoteric Warfare album was incredible. But do you find that like the controversy surrounding your band overshadows that, or do you embrace it? I was always curious.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit mix of both, because you can't run from your past, so you have to kind of find a way to embrace it.
Yeah, of course.
And since people are still interested in talking about stuff from the past, then I mean, yeah, it's a part of the thing.
Yeah. I think your music
I'm
stands.
actually feel like, you know, a lot of people say, "Oh, you must be tired of all these questions about this all same questions." But actually, I'm not tired of it. But I must say, I'm surprised that, but positively surprised that s- a lot of people have still a lot of interest in Pelle and Øystein, our two late brothers that passed away 33 and 31 years ago now. That people still want to talk about them and are still interested and have questions and stuff. I think it's you know, it's incredible. These people were cool, good friends of mine, and I'm glad that people still remember them and still and stuff like. And then I answer gladly any questions people have about that.
Yeah.
No problem. But of course, since we are talking about the past and stuff, we should and since we are limited of time, we should talk about the show that we're
Yeah,
coming
bloody
down
hell.
with.
Yeah.
And that's why we are doing this little interview
Yeah.
now. That we decided that the best way to do the 4-year anniversary was to put together a show that took every part of our career uh, into it, and as like not had to try to find a way to let everything has enough, how to say, like we ended up having 2 songs from every album and demo
Yeah.
because the time was like 2.5 hours in the end. We just had to cut it kind of to the bone and then to present everything, you know. So which was only fitting, you know, like. And then we are presenting for the first time something from every part, from the first demos we released in 85, 86 until the latest Demon album that came out. Is it 5 years ago?
Yeah. Are you going to play them in
And
chronological or?
yes,
Wow.
it is. I don't know if we start with the beginning and end with the end. Because in Europe last time we started with the end and worked ourselves down towards the end.
Like a
So
real.
we end up with doing the first demo songs.
Wow.
You know, like first the full production with everything we are standing for now, you know, and then build it down and strip it down to 1986. And you know, so it's and then we made also a movie
Ooh.
that is together with the songs. So some of the movie parts are into the music, so we play on click, so it's on time. And the coolest thing, a couple cool things. First of all, the coolest thing is that we separated out Dead's vocal from the famous Live in Leipzig gig from 1990. Separated out his vocal and are now playing the song Funeral Fog with him on vocal. So we just brought him back and
Wow.
we play,
Wow.
you know. And first time I heard it, I was like it blew my mind. It was
Did it bring
it was
like memories flooding back? Did it give you chills and was?
absolutely, like that was, and I thought to myself, like, wow, if I couldn't wait to bring this out to the fans, you know, because it came out great. And there was other couple of things to pick songs for this 40th anniversary. We invited Maniac to come, and he said that okay, but he had particularly picked out some songs that that he insisted on playing. If he was going to go with the 40th anniversary, he needed these songs to be played. And I thought to myself, like, shit, man, you're picking those songs like because you're hoping that we're not going to be able to play them because we never played. Yeah, basically that was the song Chimera. We never played. It's a great song.
It's a great
It's a
song.
great song from the Chimera album, the title track.
Great album, yeah.
But we never played it before. So we're like, okay, let's try it. Huh? And then we rehearsed it a couple of times, and that is now turning out to be my favorite song on the 40th anniversary. Probably because we never played it before, and but I always love that song. So I'm just, and he backed out himself. We learned the song, but he backed out. Yeah. But then again, like he kicked our butts.
Yeah,
let's
he
say.
probably thought you weren't going to do it.
Butts.
He was like, "These guys aren't going to do it."
I don't know why he pulled out. So I wouldn't actually speculate on that. He came to the rehearsal place a couple of times. We're getting ready for the first show, which was in May in Oslo, and he just backed out quick just before that. So,
okay.
But yeah. So we have something for everything, and we have rented a big ass LED screen for best possible how to say projection of the video.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to bring it to Australia. We had some shows around in Europe. People went fucking nuts, and everybody loved it. You could go and look at some of it in. I know that the Wacken show is out there.
Yeah.
It's the same screen, so if you go in, you can see.
In Sydney, you're playing the Metro Theatre, which is my favorite venue here. It's like a great size. It has an amazing stage, so I think it'll work really with the video.
I think so too. I love the Metro too. It's a great venue. So can't wait to get down under again and enjoy the weather, enjoy playing shows, and it's gonna be ace.
Yeah,
and it's only like 1.5. What is it now? 1.5 months?
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, we're running out of time, but we've got one more question we ask everyone. It's a scenario. So the planet's about to blow up. We've all got to get on a great big spaceship and get off the planet. You're only allowed to take one Black Sabbath album with you. Which Black Sabbath album will you take and why?
Okay. Shit. Born Again.
That's a common
Born Again.
Born Again.
Yeah.
Wow. You're the second bloke to say that album.
Yes.
No, I saw them. I saw that tour, the Born Again tour. Yeah. And I believe that was the first concert on the tour. AK was the first concert with Gillian on vocals. It was in a place called Drammen, just outside of Oslo. And I remember that they played so loud that the intestines was shaking around in my body. I'm thinking, what the fuck? Never experienced anything like that. Not even after, actually. So that must have been, I was at the front, but still. And something really cool, like Jill had his hair over his face, and the microphone was coming into his hair. So you can just see half of the microphone. And that album, he's just screaming his fucking head off the whole fucking time. I just couldn't fucking believe it. Like, wow. Blew me completely away, especially since Dio, had previously played, those two records, which was like this more very fine, also more like classic way to sing, let's say. So, but also, but it's hard to pick, you know. So
Born Again.
yeah, but yeah, I guess Born Again. Fuck it, why not?
Yeah, well, Patrick from Pestilence, he also said the same same album. So very cool.
Okay.
A genuine honor to get to talk to you, man. And
thank you for your time.
And we are
Cheers.
when you come here in January.
Well, you know, I hope you see you guys. Maybe I'll send some of my other guys. They're more into ink to your shop.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great
Cheers,
day.
man.
Bye.
See you down under in January.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Bye.